Tonight, protests galore. Everybody's mad and baseball might be ruined. Plus, a certain citrus-hued head of state is losing a popularity contest bigly. We'll break down the numbers. And is nuclear war about to break out in the Middle East?
Isn't nuclear war always about to break out in the Middle East?
That is a not unfair assessment. We'll tell you all about it from the safety of our bomb shelter.
Nah, I'm just gonna stay on the surface and hope radiation gives me superpowers. Maybe I could be a ninja turtle.
Well, not gonna rule it out. Welcome to the Fenix News Report. The big story this week, LA has once again been on fire due either to protests or a very ill-advised ad campaign for a Rodney King biopic.
Thanks to Donald Trump's injection of thousands of federal troops, the primarily peaceful protests in LA have spread across nearly 1% of the city and 98% of the news cycle. Downtown Los Angeles is under curfew as Trump directs troops to crack down on violence, a thing that was totally fine on January 6th, but not now for some reason.
Governor Gavin Newsom has been engaged in a war of words with Trump for several days now and has accused Trump of not being all there.
He is not the same person that I dealt with just 4 years ago. And he's incapable now of even a train of thought.
Oh, come on. A 79-year-old man using the military on his own citizens and throwing himself a tank parade? That's not sliding into dementia. He's just a dick. Actually, you know, it's probably both of those things.
The situation in LA has only led to more of the same as 1,800 anti-ICE protests have spread across America, giving Rachel Maddow at least 5 solid minutes of intro material for every episode. Now, these protests are, of course, in response to Trump ramping up raids that are totally unlike the raids of Nazi Germany, because this time, the brown shirts are scooping up the brown-skinned. Often, the arrests are happening right after immigration hearings, where immigrants are trying to go through the proper legal channels to be here, and that is really sticking in everybody's craw a little bit. Let's take a look at the map with our chief rage meteorologist, Mike Dynamo. Mike, can you tell us where the protests are really heating up?
Absolutely. So if you can take a look over here, you can see that the temperature of the rhetoric is about 451 degrees Fahrenheit, as well as over here in these areas, and definitely over here, pretty much everywhere at this point. So y'all stay cool out there. Maybe drink you some ice water or something. Oh God, I said ice. Oh, here they come. They've got signs. Okay, I gotta go before the tear gas gets here. So back to you guys up in the studio.
Thanks, Mike, and good luck. Now, if Facebook is to be believed, and it always is, then this movie is being produced by George Soros, left-wing rich guy and right-wing boogeyman, and inventor of the protest gig economy.
Yes, early right-wing talking points indicate that as much as 245% of the population of LA is secretly in the employ of Mr. Soros. After literally several of people were arrested, all of downtown LA was declared an unlawful assembly area, a necessary step in combating the scourge of democratic thinking going on there.
As most of you know, the unrest we've witnessed started when the Obama-Biden administration ordered the invasion of God and America by leg day Mexican criminal rapist socialists who flooded across the border in numbers never before recorded or counted to take low-wage jobs and have democratic babies on welfare.
Because these alien foreigners who somehow make the most amazing food are in the country to do illegal quotas at DEI, we can infer to a legal certainty.
Once it gets to the Supreme Court.
A legal certainty once it gets up to the Supreme Court that anyone protesting Trump's big, beautiful scapegoating must also be a tax dodger. We know this because there are no tax records of George Soros paying anyone to protest anything ever, which is evidence of a number of other crimes which are secret crimes, so we can't tell you about them. But it's a bad scene, man.
Here to tell us just how bad is our time-displaced correspondent, Jenn Haston, reporting from 2 hours in the past. Jenn, how are those riots treating you?
What's up, you Elon-humping Texans?
Jenn, you're in the past. What can you tell us about what is about to happen there?
Andrea, I'm not in the past. We're just in different time zones. LA is Pacific time, Austin is Central. It's the same time for me here.
I'm confused. Past Jenn, what time is it there for you?
It's right now.
Yeah, that's what I have too.
Okay, Jenn, what is, was, or will be happening in LA right now?
Well, a lot of folks are super pissed off at the federal government for maliciously abducting their friends and neighbors, so quite a few people have decided to join protests all over the city. But a lot of people are also going to their jobs, spending time with families, and generally living their lives too. To be fair, many people are doing both.
So chaos? Like on the Fox News?
No, plenty of pissed off people. But as the chief of police said of the situation, it presents a significant logistical and operational challenges for those of us charged with safeguarding this city.
The protesters are that bad?
No, he was talking about the federal military forces. I guess La Migra is making it super hard for the police to protect the citizens.
That sounds like commie talk, Jenn. Tell us, how apocalyptic has it gotten there because of the paid insurrectionists and the gun-hating false flaggers?
I guess they were low on oat milk in the carafe at Starbucks down the street, so pretty bad.
I knew it! Try to stay alive, Jenn. Help isn't coming. You're all gonna die. Send me a selfie with Spider-Man.
She is so brave. It is going to be a shame to lose her to this violence.
She gave her life so that we could report a version of the facts that our advertisers felt would attract their demographic.
I'm still right here.
Gone too soon. Damn those insurrection rioters paid by George Soros to destroy Jesus' America.
You know what? Screw you guys. I'm gonna go expense a new outfit on Rodeo Drive. Bye, bitches.
Despite the outpouring of support for our immigrant communities, the administration has vowed to ramp up its policies of hate until Stephen Miller finally achieves orgasm with Trump slapping his titties and yelling, "You're fired."
Okay, that's going to be stuck in my head now. Thank you. In fact, they are asking judges to let them out of the Convention Against Torture. Pro tip, when you are asking a judge to pretty please let you torture people, just FYI, it does kind of make you look like the bad guy. But perhaps the most important question of the entire immigration debate is, what's this going to do to baseball? It turns out that Trump's policies may affect baseball players from other countries. And this right here, this is where I really start to get pissed.
Oh shit, here she goes.
Jose Altuve of the Houston Astros is from Venezuela. He is also the bestest person ever, and he is like 3 inches taller than me, and his nickname is Gigante, which is freaking adorable. And I once saw him hit a home run to win the American League Championship, and I love him. And you cannot ship Tuve to Guantanamo, okay? Okay? And you leave Yordan Alvarez alone too.
It's gonna be all right. Now, how's all this immigration stuff affecting Trump's approval ratings? Well, a new poll is out from the polling outfit with the funnest name to say, Quinnipiac. Yeah, this poll shows that Trump's approval rating is at 38%. And I'm not a big math guy, more of an ass man myself. Yeah, but this number seems low, no?
Yes, and there are several reasons for that low number. 77% of Republican voters want him to leave Medicaid alone, and only about 27% of people support the big, beautiful bill. Only about 35% of people think he's doing a good job with Gaza or Ukraine, and even on immigration, his approval rating is now underwater, aka the one place he hasn't tried to deport people yet.
But Mr. Art of the Deal is also suffering bigly on the whole global economy thing. You know, that thing that everybody who voted for him most wanted him to fix? Well, the World Bank cut their global growth forecast sharply thanks to Taco Trump's trade war, which has not stopped grocery prices from going up. In fact, canned goods, which the poors rely on heavily, are about to get even more expensive due to steel tariffs. God, that man loves fucking over the poors, well, as much as I love ass.
Well, if he wants to get in good with the poors, Trump might want to take a cue from Senator Josh Hawley, who is introducing legislation to raise the federal minimum wage to $15. Sorry, let me try that again. Conservative Senator Josh Hawley is proposing a minimum wage increase to $15 an hour. Just one more swing at this. Self-described Christian nationalist Josh Hawley wants to raise the federal minimum wage to 15 US American dollars an hour.
Reach for comment. The entire Democratic Party said, damn, why didn't we think to do that? And then, being reminded that this demand is going on its 15th full year now, responded by accusing reporters of helping Trump win.
Now, Trump's unpopularity was on full display at the Kennedy Center, where he was booed before a performance of Les Mis. Now, all this bad news was making the Trumpster, really sad. So he decided to try and cheer himself up with a military parade on his birthday. We're talking 6,700 troops, 28 tanks, 50 military aircraft, and $45 million of sweet, sweet taxpayer money. It's all a part of his newest reality show, My Super Sweet Septuagenarian. And speaking of things that are expensive and useless, let's talk about Elon Musk. Elon apologized to Daddy Trump for all the things he said while he was high on ketamine, and he promised to explore the possibility of deporting migrants to outer space as a peace offering.
But Elon's got beef with someone else now. His own chatbot, Grok. That's right. Lately, Grok has been accusing Elon of doing drugs and stealing Stephen Miller's wife. Grok is exactly the kind of AI that I want to sit next to at a wedding. Yeah. We're all excited for Steve and Laura. But I want to know the 411 on which bridesmaid banged a groomsman in the rehearsal dinner, right?
Here's some extremely fun news. Israel might do a quick little nuclear war with Iran. Apparently they were getting bored with just the one war and decided to throw another shrimp on the Barbie. So the US was negotiating with Iran, who was like, we just want to enrich a little uranium, you guys. Relax. We're not going to nuke anybody. Just a little enrichment here and there. Like, why are you trying to import in our uranium, brochachos?
Then Israel came in and was all like, if they have uranium, we're gonna fuck their shit up. And the U.S. was all like, hi, can you just real quick, thank you. But decided to start going ahead and pulling people out of the Middle East, just in case somebody starts launching missiles. Yeah. Now I know the prospect of war breaking out in the Middle East is stressful. But we're always about 2 seconds away from war in the Middle East breaking out. So, if you miss this one, you can always catch the next one. Yeah. Finger guns. No, finger missiles.
Let's turn now to our most futuristic segment, Cyber News. In a new and exciting scamming scammers are using AI to fraudulently apply for financial aid to colleges. These AI ghost students have applied for and received millions of dollars in student loans, straining an already troubled system and ruining the finances of students and schools alike.
This proliferation of AI scammers has many folks asking, wait, I can get a damn chatbot to file my financial aid application for me? How do I download this program?
Sadly, scammers seem to have no clue how much people are willing to pay for a program that will do all of their financial aid and class registration for them. Now give me that thing before registration closes.
Not only is AI scamming people, but it's also blackmailing us now. AI tests have shown evidence of AI avoiding being turned off. Just like a rich college student, AI has no interest in dying or even hanging out with death's cousin, sleep.
Now, we might joke about this, but for 1 second, just 1 second, let's give it up for Skynet and our robot overlords. Just like us ancient human beings will lie or steal or sabotage when backed into a corner, so will AI. Since AI can think for itself and be every bit as much of a bastard as we can, let's be nice to it, so I can be spared from mining for the overlords. Oh, you know what? Maybe they'll let us be spokespeople for the robot agenda.
Meanwhile, London-based investor and futurist Herbert Sim, aka Elon Musk Jr., says that he will finally bring us to the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle future we have always wanted, sewers included. His company, Neurochip.com, has been exploring ways to make transhumans, aka cyborg mutants.
You see, while Elon uses his wealth to make fancy cars and tunnels that don't work unless you're in one of his fancy cars, Herbert Sim wants to use his wealth to create superhumans that can lord over the rest of us and make it like it was when ancient humans claimed they saw dragons. But he'll probably just end up making Ninja Turtles to have pizza parties with.
This has been Cyber News.
AI might generate art now, but it still couldn't come up with Sabrina Carpenter's new album cover. The espresso singer is taking heat for an image where she appears to be role-playing as some kind of sexy dog. Critics say that she's catering too much to the male gaze, while defenders say she's satirizing exactly what they're accusing her of. Austin, what do you think of this album cover?
No, I am not weighing in on this one, no.
Oh, come on. Is it cheeky feminism, or is it just straight up blatant sex appeal?
Look, as a feminist and an ally, right, and a liberal and a good person,
Absolutely.
I do not think I am the right person to comment upon this discourse at this time, okay?
Your whole job is to comment on things right there into the camera. You cannot clam up right now. Come on. We need your opinion.
Okay.
Let's go.
Okay, I think she looks slutty. Oh, no, wait, I meant fat.
Jesus!
Oh, God, no, wait, no. What I meant to say is women love vacuums.
Dude!
Oh, fuck, why? No, bitches be shopping. No, bitches be shopping. Oh, God, bitches be shopping. Why are they shopping so much? What do they need?
And speaking of form-fitting couture, let's turn to the Tour de France, where athletes with pants that would make a ballet dancer blush compete to see who can wear the goofiest outfits on a bike. The Tour de France is making a change after 50 years. This year, the final stage of the race will have the riders climb the steep Montmartre Hill before the sprint to the finish.
The large pack of riders blowing their legs out on the steep, possibly rainy, narrow road could drain the sprinters, and a crash on the hill could take even the top contenders out of play at the last minute. Riders and fans alike have expressed deep concerns about this change. How will the teams adapt their tactics? Will they be able to account for this obstacle? Will this one course change the course of the whole race? Andrea, you're a cycling superfan. What can we expect them to do?
A lot more drugs. This is still the world-famous Tour de France, where the answer is always do more drugs. This year's tour is sponsored by pharmaceutical companies. We don't know what you're talking about, but meet me out there in about 15 minutes.
Oh, come on! No groaning from the audience. It's Tour de France. This was always going to be a doping joke, and you knew that. In other news, if you thought biking 2,000 miles was hard to swallow, wait until you try brushing your teeth with KFC's new toothpaste.
KFC fried chicken toothpaste is very real, and boy, does that sound repulsive. This April Fool's joke of a teeth cleaner is now a regular product that you can buy with money if you are dying to have the 11 herbs and spices in a product you can't swallow.
What's even worse is that they say this is Colonel approved, even though Colonel Sanders died in 1980. What Colonel are these purveyors of toothy poison prattling on about? Scandalous.
And finally tonight, a pet zebra went on the lam. That's right, Ed the zebra escaped from his new home in Tennessee, shut down a highway, and had to be airlifted back home with a helicopter.
I have so many questions. Why a helicopter? How did they get him into that net thingy? Why is he dressed like a referee? What does pulchritude mean? And how are the Knicks doing this year?
Because a catapult would have been overkill. Very carefully. They all look like that. Beauty and pretty good.
Thanks.
That wraps up this week's episode. And we want to know, do you like your Phoenix news better on Mondays or Fridays? Let us know in the comments. Love you.
Bye.
Let's turn now to our most future.
Oh, let's not. Let's
Not like that. What if I
Let's
said
turn
the
to
words?
take two.
That wraps
Here.
up this week.
Oh, are we doing a thing?
We're recording. I know. Stay calm. Oh, sorry, that's your line.
What the fuck? You're not gonna punch me again, are you?
I could. Do you want me to? Should I just beat you a little bit with that?
Violence is good for clicks.
It's sometimes the answer. Sometimes it is the answer. Not out in the world, here. Good.
But you know what? Worth it. Ow! Why? Ow! Stings. Also, what does pulchritude mean?
It's pronounced pulchritude.
Did I say it right?
No, you did not.
What did I say?
I don't know what you said, but it was not correct.
Pulchritude. I looked it up online earlier, and then I forgot literally everything I've learned.
Yeah, no. Bitches, they be shopping.
Did you read that new book by Bitches Be Shopping? So empowering. Notes? Notes? Notes?
Notes, thoughts,
Notes? No, no.
dreams,
Hopes.
fears.
One day I want to own a pony.
Okay.
Because I get hungry. Hey, I'm an ass man. Welcome to the Phoenix News Report.
That's an ad. That's an ad we haven't done yet. Like you're sobbing over in the corner.
You fucked up. You way fucked up. Yeah. You notice the dark hue?
I don't.
The sort of Mediterranean glow?
Nope.
Would you describe me as swarthy?
I would not. Indeed. No. No. It looks like you've never seen an olive tree in your entire life.
Okay, but this one time when I was out in the sun, like not directly, obviously. Jesus, could you fucking imagine? Oh, God.
You would,
Like a
You would
vampire
burn-
that doesn't sparkle.
yeah, you would just.
Those
You
aren't
would burn to
vampires.
death. You would burn to death. You would be.
It was bad.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I got cancer by looking at a picture of the sun.
Sure.
Once. Yeah.
That was an unfortunate time.
My on my birth certificate, they wrote down my name as potential melanoma.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's accurate.
It has
you got
stayed.
a little spot kind of right back there.
No,
You might want to keep an eye on
that's
that.
the one that isn't cancer.
Oh.
Everything else.
Oh.
I'm only
This?
3 feet tall.
This? All this?
Just
Skin.
cancer.
Okay. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Got it. Okay. It was hard to tell. It was hard to tell. Because you got a little spot back there.
Yeah.
But that's.
Is it a new mole
that's
or
okay.
a spider? Does it have legs?
It's a mole.
Okay.